All right, yo, what's up, guys? We're here with Landry Rogers. Most of you guys have seen his transformation. I'm pretty impressed by his transformation. We had a pretty unique set of problems when we were first heading into this. But first of all, Landry, can you introduce a little bit about yourself, what you do, how old are you, stuff like that?
Okay, I'm Landry Rogers. I'm 24 years old. I live in Torrington, Connecticut. Um, I found Eric through Facebook, uh, helping me get fit. I'm a professional dog trainer, and yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, what kind of unique challenges were you going through being a dog trainer, being in that phase of life you were in that made it hard for you to focus on your health goals?
Um, I would say just my job in particular is kind of 24/7. Because I always got clients on the phone. Even when I'm clocking out, I got clients blowing up my phone, and dogs. They're kind of like a 20. They're living, breathing creatures, so they're kind of like a 24/7 kind of keep up. So having trouble motivating myself sometimes after work to eat right and to work out. Um, so I kind of needed some accountability partner, and that's why I decided to hire Eric as a coach.
Awesome, awesome. What were your goals at the beginning?
I wanted to heal my stomach. Um, I've had a lot of stomach issues for like 5, 6 years now. I'm not positive exactly what they are. I just know they're sensitive to a lot of my stomach is sensitive to a lot of different foods,
Mm.
and um, I get real bloated and my stomach gets tight and makes it hard for me to really kind of put my best out into the world when I'm dealing with stomach pain all day. So that was kind of my number one goal is to heal my stomach, which is still a work in progress, but it definitely feels a lot better right now than it did at the beginning of this.
Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I remember like even when we were setting the goals, you told me that you want to be the best dog trainer you could be. I think those are some similar to what you said, which goes to show how seriously you take your work. And you thought that being in better health, being in better shape, um, would help you show up better as a dog trainer. That's amazing, man. Um, can you talk about some of the results that you got on this program so far? We've only been, I think, in our seventh, eighth week now.
Sounds about right. Yeah. So first and foremost, the most obvious thing for me is feeling better. Um, Being a dog trainer, and like I said, they're living, breathing animals, and it's kind of a physically demanding job having to work dogs. Some of them are over 100 pounds, and you got to be able to kind of manage them. And I'm walking and moving all day long, walking dogs, working dogs, and it helps a ton to feel better and not have a stomach ache all day. And I've also heard and I felt this too that your stomach is like kind of your second brain in a way. And so when your
Uh,
stomach is feeling good, like I could definitely tell like if I had ate crappy all day, my head would be foggy and I wouldn't be always sharp. I feel a lot sharper upstairs, and going back to dog training again, you got to kind of be able to problem solve in the moment different things because every dog kind of learns a different way, and it helps a ton for me to be more sharp and not like foggy in the head, as well as physically not having to bear uh, stomach ache all day.
all right, all right.
That's
So- yeah.
I said that's huge for me.
For sure, man, for sure. So working with you, it wasn't like only ups. There was some ups and downs. Can you talk about a little bit of some of the struggles that you face so that maybe other people might have might be worried about facing as well, and how we kind of overcame those struggles that were getting in your way from reaching these goals?
Yeah. So, um, my biggest struggle going into it was having like the tough days. It's easy to show up to the gym when you're feeling good and you're up for it, but it's when you don't feel like doing it, that's where I would call it quits a lot of the time, and say I'll do it. I'll show up tomorrow. And something that's really helped me personally is there are still a lot of days that I don't want to work out at all, and I'll tell myself now, all right, I'm just gonna show up. I'm just gonna show up. I'm gonna put a lot of weight on the bar. I'm just gonna go through the motions. I'll tell myself that I'm not in the mood to lift heavy. I'm just gonna go through the motions, but it's key to show up. And then when I do and I get moving, now I always end up putting the weight on the bar anyway and getting a good workout anyway, just because I got going and now I'm feeling good and I don't want to go through the motions anymore. Now I really want to, excel. So that's kind of big for me, just the idea of just show up, kind of mind over matter, just no matter how much you don't want to do it, if you just go to the gym, that's like 80% of it right there. And then
Mhm.
from there, be inspired to kind of go, but you gotta kind of overcome that first mental step of not wanting to. So that's been a big one for me, is just showing up, and you keeping me accountable to that. I have my schedule and I have my lifts and I have to get them done. So yeah, I would say that was
That's
big.
huge.
Yeah.
And that's really good advice to
Hmm.
probably the best advice you give someone out there. Like you don't have to go, you don't even have to do everything that's prescribed. Just show up. Even if you do half, it's better than just calling it quits, losing momentum, and then not feeling like doing the next workout because you already missed one in the week and you had a
Yep.
bad week, so then the rest of the week goes bad. Um, okay, for sure, for sure. Um, and now look at you, man. Like last time we talked, you said you were hungry. I want to do more. I want to see what I'm capable of, and it's just from going slow, building that momentum. So that's really cool, man. So Landry, what would you say to somebody on the fence of joining this program?
I would recommend it. I would say it's the kind of all around package where it's kind of hard to it's kind of hard to tackle one thing without the other. So, like, for instance, you can't just focus on lifting, because if your diet sucks, then that throws off your lifting. You're not going to be getting the results you want in the gym if your diet isn't there. You're not going to have the energy to get to the gym if your diet isn't there. Same thing if you're eating good, but you can't seem to manage your work life and you're outside of the gym and outside of the you're always tired or something, or work's really getting to you, then that's going to affect your eating. That's going to affect your gym. So what I found with this program in particular is Eric has found a good balance and a good way to tie the lifts in with the eating habits, with the work life, and kind of make kind of come up with a good game plan is how we're going to tackle each thing. And you can see where just taking kind of baby steps in each area, everything will build off one another, and it makes everything easier if you're kind of making progress in every area, as opposed to, like I said before, um like when I first started working out in high school, I ate so bad. All I cared about was my, but I just cared about getting it in the gym. And that's cool when you're young. You can get away with some stuff like that because I was hungry to lift all the time. But then when you grow up a little bit and you got a job you got to go to every day that's demanding, you really got to get your health in line, or or your lifts are going to fall apart, or your eating is going to fall apart. So I would say Eric does a really good job of tailoring uh, the game plan to your individual schedule and your individual work life and your individual goals and needs.
Thank you, man. Thanks for sharing that. So Landry, man, I remember when I remember when we were on that call, the first call, and you're like, I gotta think about it. And I remember exactly what I told you. But like I assume right now you're glad that you weren't too hesitant and you talked yourself out of doing something that was good for you.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's probably the bottom line is uh like I knew, like you said, I knew it was good for me, but there was like the pull of like this might be a little too tough right now, like I might put it off. But in reality, there's no better time to start than today. No time to start than when it first crosses your, because otherwise it's life is hard, so there's always going to be another hard day where you're going to say nah, maybe next time, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. But once you get the ball rolling, then it's all uphill from there.
That's right. Landry said it himself. That was really good, man. I couldn't have said it better myself. Landry, thanks for hopping on board, taking time out of your day to get on this interview. Um, and that's it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.